I like the way we've all got on the encore as well, bro. It's lit.
Hey, we got to rep
Yes.
the brothers, man.
Representing, come on. I like that, boys. Love that. Exactly, bro. You look good anyway.
Because Femi, this episode's going viral. This one's going to be everywhere.
Get your hat up, bro.
Oh, fam, I'm being dead serious. With Mendy, it's going viral, bro.
it's going viral. Cool.
Shut that hat on
I'll own it. I'll own it. No hat. No hat. No cap.
no
No.
Come
Huh?
on, no cap.
cappuccino.
No cap.
No cappuccino. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Beyond the 92. This is a show where we shine light on the Vanarama National League, where we discuss news, players, and results. Today, we have a very, very special guest, very good friend of mine and Jamal's. His story is incredible, to say the least. He came from Africa, to Spain, to England, worked numerous jobs whilst trying to pursue a career in football. And fast forward, made a name in the National League and shortly got snapped up by Wrexham. And now he's in League Two with them. One of my favourite players I've ever played with. I'm sure Jamal would like to say the same. We've got Jacob Mendy. Welcome to the show, Jacob. I hope I gave you a good intro. I hope that was
That was a mad intro, that with some big
yeah,
statement in
bro.
there.
That's
But I
how I
love
feel
it. I
about
love
you,
it,
my
man.
guy.
Come on, bro. Really appreciate that, man. And thank you for having me here.
Yeah.
Looking forward to this convo.
No, Femi's right. It is an amazing story. It's an inspiring story as well because obviously when we first met, when you come to Bournemouth, we had this conversation the other day, Mendy. I'd never heard of you, bro. Like, I'm gonna keep it. Yeah, I'd never heard of you, bro. But after that first training session, like me and Femi always do, I looked at him, I nodded like this. I said, yeah, he's
Bro,
serious. He's serious.
I've got a different story for Mendy, yeah. Bro, but Mendy,
Mm.
I told you, but you wouldn't believe it. Mendy was at Carl Short and Athletic, innit? So
Yeah.
I've gone to watch my friend that was it Chesham or one team, yeah? And
Mm-hmm.
I've gone to watch them against Carl Shorten.
Mm-hmm.
And Peter's the manager, player manager,
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yes, yes.
gone to Carl Shorten and watching Carl Shorten, they were good. So instead of watching like my friend's little brother, I started to look at Carl Shorten like, these guys are all right. And then Mendy scored. You get me?
Yeah.
Yeah, you scored and you played sick. So I'm thinking, bro, who's this guy? Who's this guy like? This guy, and then someone's gone, yeah, Jacob Mendy, like blah 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 blah. But then I hadn't heard about you for another year or two since that moment. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
yeah,
then fast forward when you've come to Boreham Wood, it's like Jacob Mendy. But I kept thinking, no, I've come across you before. I've come across you before. I'm sure I have. And then boom, it hit me. I watched him a couple of years back, and now he's here. So it was
yeah.
proud. Do you know what I mean? It's proud. Like, bro, I remember watching you. Like, I can't shoot now. We're playing together.
Oh man.
It was
I
good.
never told me that story still, but yeah, man.
I got loads of
Okay.
stories about you, bro. Don't worry about
Is
that.
it, yeah?
The Mendy story,
Yeah,
we've
man.
got a lot of Mendy stories. But Mendy, I just want to talk to you about like where you started. So Atletico Madrid. I remember when you told me that in training one time, I was like, "Oh, Atletico Madrid, yeah, okay, cool." Then he came over to England. He went to Red Hill, as Femi said, Carl Shorten. Then obviously Wildstone, where we had that battle. Tell her like, no, I did know you. I knew you from that season before because we had that little rivalry, that little battle. We'll get onto
Cool.
that.
You
Um,
know them things, innit?
obviously, yeah, Boreham Wood. Talk us through that journey and how you've seen it, because from the outside, always it's like um, somebody just it just happens overnight, like overnight success. Oh yeah, Jacob Mendy, he done something at Bournemouth, then he went and done something at Wrexham. But your story is so much more than that. So talk us through your journey and tell us how you feel about it.
Well, my story has always been similar, you know. It's always been about, you know, working hard in silence and then make a name in it eventually. Obviously I started playing football in Spain. Then I was just a kid, but you know, I started developing like a little late. All my friends were signing for big teams, and I was still playing for my county team. My cousin was the biggest inspiration I had. He used to play for a big academy, doing well. Everyone knew about him. He's the same age, and I wasn't really doing well. Like, I wasn't doing as good as him. So I started, you know, just working hard, like trying to improve anything, like try to copy him as well, until slowly, I just started doing even better than him, and then signed for Atletico de Madrid. Same thing. I signed there. No one thought I was gonna start, and I was gonna do well in there. Played the whole season, start every single game, and then obviously I was meant to sign a professional contract with the Atletico Madrid C, but the C got released because of in Spain, like the division got different. Like team actually plays in the normal division, so the second team got relegated to the third division, which the C was, Atletico Madrid C was. So ended up getting released. Everyone got released, and then I had to find a team. Played in third division for a couple of months until I moved to UK. Obviously, coming from Atletico de Madrid, I'm thinking, yeah, I'm not going to struggle to find a team here. But then obviously you have the language barrier. I couldn't speak English. I personally didn't know anyone, so I had to find a way to find a club. But I couldn't even speak a word of English, so I started going to parks, playing football, just to like meet people that actually know a little bit about football and that. And then some guy called Rodney saw me, and then he helped me get some trials to Red Hill, which is combined counties, I think. And then started from there. Really, it was a really low level, but you know, you always have to start from somewhere.
Sure.
And then, yeah, obviously, my mentality was that exactly that: start from somewhere, and then we move next year. Like, just build a name and a reputation slowly. And yeah, I went on trials again to Carshalton. Funny story in Carshalton because I went there, did well. We had summer trials, and then we had trials for the first team. So we went like, I think it was like over 100 people on trials for that summer. And then we ended up getting like 6 or 7 for the first team trials.
Wait, 100 people went on trial for Carl Shorten.
Yeah, because that
What?
year is when when they won the league from Ryman South, I think, to Ryman Prem. Then 6 of us made it to the trials for the first team, but then all of them signed but me, and I just we kept playing, but he wasn't signing me. So I'm thinking, this was on Thursday, yeah, last um, pre-season game, and we had a game on Saturday, league game on Saturday. So I'm thinking it's Thursday, training starts Saturday, and I've not even, sorry, league starts Saturday, and I haven't even signed yet. So I went and had a chat with him. He was like, look, this is your last chance. But I don't know, it might be better for you to go back to Red Hill and you know, play well there where you're comfortable, or you stay here and show me like you can do. You can obviously change my decision in one game. I said, I'm staying here and I'm going to prove you that I deserve to stay here. And I started from the bench, came on 20 minutes and did well in those 20 minutes. And he ended up signing me that same day. Yeah. Then I got scouted by Wilson. Did well for Wilson. I started well on the wing, started scoring goals, but I wasn't even starting at that point, so it was a bit frustrating. I was doing well, but not starting, scoring goals, coming on from the bench, doing well. I was kind of, yeah, it was frustrating, but then I moved to left back for the second half of the season and did well, started playing every game. And second season was when we got promoted to National League. That's when I started really like playing well, scoring goals, enjoying. And obviously in the highest division I've ever played in England. So it was a good first season, to be fair. And then after that, obviously Bournemouth signed me. That's when I met you guys.
And then you met us.
Met you guys. To be fair, to be honest, I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot from you. I've learned a lot from my year at Bournemouth. You know, I don't think I've ever told you this, but I really learned a lot. Not just what you learn in football, but in life. You know, so really grateful for you for that, boys. Also, at Bournemouth, I've improved my defending. I did honestly.
You did.
Yeah. And as I said, I improved a lot. I learned a lot from you guys, and yeah, like, I did well that season. We did amazing as well. Like that cup run we had as well. Like it's something that's going to stack in my heart for life now, isn't it? And then obviously great season. Then Wrexham came in. It was a no-brainer for me. Yeah, man, enjoying. Obviously first season there, we ended up winning the National League. It's a great season, you know. We had a big battle against Notts County, which makes it even sweeter, the victory. So yeah, love it.
So you went from trials and combined counties, and now you're even playing for your country. Can you describe your journey in one word? Because listening to that, it just sounds as though like you bet on yourself, you know, you believed in yourself and you just kept going regardless. Can you sum up in one word?
One word might be what you just said, believe.
Believe, yeah.
Might be believe. Because I've always believed, you know. And then apart from believing, you have to work hard. Sure. But hard work is 2 words. So believe.
So literally, Femi, do you remember that game, Fem?
Well.
Mendy pulled his hammy on a Saturday, and then he played on the Tuesday. He's the only. Listen, the guy is a machine. He's the only guy I know that can do that and then be right for the next game, bro. It's amazing.
I saw what machine really is like. Where someone that can really run for 90. It was crazy.
There's the African blood in me, bro.
But I've got a question. Yeah, I've got a question.
Mm-hmm.
And I know Jamal that was the advice for young players segment towards the end. But this week I've been looking after a young kid.
Mm-hmm.
Similar come up to you. He's grew up in Germany, you know, and he's here, and he's gone to a club. And when I spoke to him this week, the first thing he said is that the language barrier is hard. It's hard, and you mentioned it. And then he also said that it's lonely. You don't, when you're a foreigner, nobody speaks to you.
It is.
You're just one in and around the building, you know.
Yeah.
What advice would you give to him on how to navigate through that? How did you deal with that? Because it seems like a common thing. But when he told me this week, I'm not gonna lie. I've never ever thought about it like that. When someone from another country comes here, innit? I've never. I'll be honest with you. But when you
Yeah.
talk about, I was like proper, like I felt it. So what would you say? Like how do you deal with that?
I'll say, first of all, try to learn as quick as possible the language so you can communicate in it. Also, he has to be humble and he has to keep humble. Like, work hard. Never think he's better than anyone, no matter, even though if he is, just that humbleness helps a lot in it. And then it also takes courage for the people around him to go and try and speak to the lad, foreign guy that just came over. But I'll probably say, yeah, try and learn as quick as possible and, keep that mentality. At one point, things will change, as soon as he learns that language, at one point, things will change and he'll be a lot better. So keep being humble and patient. Yeah.
Sure, for sure. That's good advice. That's good advice for sure. And someone that definitely knows. I want to talk about some of the games from yesterday. Mendy, I know you've left this league now, but there's still a lot going on. There's not a team that's pulling away just yet. Chesterfield are trying to, but you've got Solihull and you've got Barnet and they're hot on their heels. But yesterday, 22nd place, Fylde lost to Woking at home. Pagred Armand scoring his third goal. And Lewis Walker on a debut goal after signing on Friday. And then Aldershot, Femi, they won 3-2 against Dagenham Redbridge. Aldershot up to 10th now with a good run. Kwame Thomas scored a late winner. And Freddie Seard scored a debut goal as well. A player that's been around, had a great career. Sam Ling, who's had a tough couple of weeks after getting a red card yesterday and an own goal the last week. But Josh Stokes saw the absolute screamer from about 25 yards out. How did you see those two games? And how are you seeing Aldershot after we played them as well?
First and foremost, yeah, that's a massive result for Aldershot. I think Aldershot, they haven't lost since we played them last weekend. I think they're three unbeaten now, which is really good for them. And a home win seems like I said earlier in one of the episodes earlier, Aldershot is a really, really tough place to go. It's looking like this season, It's hard to go there and collect all three, so yeah, credit to them. With Dagenham, yeah, I saw during the week Freddie said something for them. That's a great sign. And it's nostalgic. It's nostalgic because
Isn't it?
yeah, I remember Freddie says when he broke through, and I'm not gonna lie, that signing made me feel really old, bro. For the first time, I looked at that side and I was like, damn, I'm old, I'm old. But no, it's good. It's good for him to get a debut goal, Hopefully he comes to National League and he does what he does, scoring goals like he's done his whole career. With Fylde Woking, now obviously we played Fylde during the week and it's a game that I felt like we should have collected all 3 points from, we conceded very, very late on. Yeah, Woking, obviously Armand's back. He's the main talisman, one of the main talisman, along with Reece Brown. And yeah, Woking, we already know what they're about. We know they're going to be up there this season, and they've gone there and they delivered the result. And if you're gonna want to make playoffs and be on the up end of the table, you go to places like Fylde and you pick up all 3 points and you keep clean sheets, and they're showing their proper team in that. So yeah, credit to them.
Oh, for sure. And then one of the best games of the weekend, it was fourth place Bromley at home versus fifth place Gateshead. Obviously, Mendy, I'm not sure you've seen, but Gateshead already scored 31 goals this year. Bromley on a great run. They was 10 unbeaten before yesterday. I think they had 6 wins in 7 games as well. And Bromley were at home, and Bromley came out on top. Dean Ango got his 12th season. So he might be the new Paul Mullin. He might be the new Langstaff because he's really putting the ball in the back of the net.
But he scored the most goals in 2023. Well, he's in a running.
He's doing well. He's doing really well. So he's really found a team that plays to his strengths. And Lewis Lee got sent off as well for Bromley. But they still managed to get the win. Michael Cheek popping up with a goal again. That's 6 for the season now for him. And that big veteran, Webster, popped up with the winner. And they went out 3-1 winners. And I think for Bromley, it's now a case of they found their rhythm. You know, they've settled their new signings in, and it seems as though they're getting back to the Bromley that everyone knows. You know, Michael Cheek's always going to, as I said, he's on 6 now. So well done to Bromley and getting that win. That's a tough game. It seems as though a lot of people were fearing Gateshead. But yeah, it seems like they brought Gateshead back down to earth. But knowing them, they'll probably go into their next game, Mendy. Did you see their goals? Some of their goals that they scored recently, Mendy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen a few. Like they really pop it in it. It's really some really great goals. Obviously they are a strong team in possession, you know, but it's always hard to go to Bromley, you know.
Yeah, 3G pitches. 3G pitches.
Bromley's never easy.
It's not easy. I had someone at the game, and he said Bromley were really, really good. It wasn't the best day for Gateshead. Because I'm not gonna lie, I told him to go. He was gonna come to my game, and I was like, no, go Bromley. Like, you need to go and see the Gateshead team. You need to go and see this Gateshead team. And he went and saw them and they lost 3-1. Like, I was like, oh.
It wasn't the perfect game for him.
But he said Bromley were really, really good. He had to get Bromley credit. He said they were really good. And he said that Corby Wiley is on mad form right now. That's what he said. Yeah.
That doesn't really surprise me. That doesn't surprise me, man. Because we all know about Corey's talents.
Yeah.
I mean, we had him. We've had some amazing players over the years. I was thinking about this the other day. The personnel that the gaffers boot for the door, he really knows how to. He really sees the player. None more so than Jacob. I remember when we played Wolfstone that time, Fem. I don't even remember. Me and Mendy both scored in the game, but we was going at each other. Mendy scored a goal. I even tried to clear it. I fell over because he shot so. Before I tried to clear it, but before I know it, it's gone through my legs. I'm like, oh my days! But then,
hey, Mendy, you put that in the chat the other day, innit?
Yeah, I remember that one. No, never.
Those that know, we're all in the group chat as well. But
I've got that ready for Jama. Every time he tries to speak a little bit, I just put that in the group chat.
But Mendy, what I always say to you is this, bro. We won, and I scored the winner. So you really haven't got a leg to stand on. You know. I might have got that goal. I should have just cleared it because if I cleared the ball, you might not come Boreham Wood. So really and truly, really and truly.
Oh, you don't me a favour then,
yeah? For sure.
Hey, Jan, before we get back to the fixtures, yeah, one thing we haven't discussed yet is the tremendous season that you had last season, Mendy, in your first year at Wrexham. You guys obviously went toe-to-toe with Notts County and you won the division. And ironically, you won the division, whole club Boreham Wood, yeah, which was crazy. I was playing that game, but I want to get your thoughts on the season, like how that was, because it must have been like a whirlwind, like of a season for you.
It was a perfect season for me, you know. Obviously, we started well. I started playing, but then I got injured. I've never got injured before. So I got injured, missed 2 months, a little bit more. Those 2 months was really frustrating because it was the first injury and that long, you know, you don't know what to do and how to, you don't even know how you're going to come back from it because you just don't know. But managed to come back, played 2 games, played 3 games. 2 of them got man of the match. And on the third one got injured again. So I missed a whole month again. So a couple of setbacks in that season. But then after that, everything went smooth. Came back playing, winning, you know, contributing to the team with goals or assists. And then we obviously won the league. It was crazy. But the craziest part is obviously the game against Notts County where I don't know, it was a crazy game. We knew if we win, we probably had the league there, and so it was more like a final than a league game. But then the best part for me was obviously playing the last game of the game where we lifted the trophy against you lot. The way you started as well, you lot started winning 1-0. I'm thinking, yeah, we need a reaction here, you know. That's when I thought I had to, you know, step up a little bit and you know, You know what I'm saying? Like step up a little bit and get the 3 points, man. Lift the trophy. It was great to lift it, obviously, in front of you lot. So yeah, man, great season, man. I don't know if I dreamed it, it wouldn't have been better. I think.
And I've got a completely different view. Obviously, when we played in that game, I was on the bench. I think I just come back from injury. But as you can see, one of my shirts here is obviously Wrexham, and it's a team that I was at for a year, and it's a club that I enjoyed my time there. I lived in a house with 5 other players around the corner from the ground. The city is just football crazy. And when I signed, I remember saying it's like a sleeping giant. And you don't realize how big the club is until you're there.
Yeah.
Did you feel that as well, Mendy? Because I remember when we had the conversation, and as much as I didn't want you to leave, I knew you had to go simply because that was an opportunity that was too good to be true. Even before the Hollywood owners came in, that's just a club that it has to be experienced to actually fully be understood, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
How was it for you when you walked through the door at Wrexham?
So this is what I always say, and it's just what you said. You don't realize how big it is until you are there and you experience it. So I didn't realize how big it was. I knew it was big. You know, it was a great opportunity for me. I couldn't say no to it. But once you get there, everything you see, everything you experience, and the fans, how crazy it is. You know, you have to come 15, 20 minutes before every game because you have a line of fans just waiting for you to take some photos and sign their autograph. It's just crazy. Like everything you experience here, I don't think you experience in half of the league clubs in this. I don't think you experience it in not even the championship. So it is crazy. A lot of people need to realize how big Wrexham is. Really, it's a giant, as you said.
For sure, for sure. And first thing I'm going to say is, Jamal, I don't know why you left Wrexham. You're usually a visionary. You should have seen the vision one there.
Should have seen the vision.
I saw the minutes. I was like, oh, that's too early. I brought my dad. I left
you
too
were
early.
in the building. You were inside.
All right.
People know it. People know him as well. People know him in Wrexham as well.
You get me? It's
You
like,
know me?
bro, he left,
Yeah, bro.
He didn't get rid, he left.
Mendy, when I say I love that city, like for instance, after training, I would just go and walk around because I want to look at I was in Wales. I didn't know you were in Wales, so I was like, okay, after training, I'm gonna go and look around. I'm gonna have a little walk. So I met so many different people on that journey, and because I'd come from, where did I come from? I come from Welling. Gary Mills signed me there, and I'm just gonna walk around. But I was getting recognised. I was like, this is crazy. Like, no, you don't really see yourself as that. You just like, I'll just go to the shops and you're having people stop you in the shops and talking about the game and talking about your game in depth. And it was a little bit like, oh, okay, cool. But yeah, Femi, I'll tell you why I left. Shall I tell you why I left? The real reason? The project, I left to go to Gateshead, right? And the project that was happening at Gateshead, the players that they were signing, they had Liam Hogan, we had Manny Smith, we had Ryan Bowman, Danny Johnson, Macaulay Langstaff, Paddy McLaughlin, James Bolton. This was like the start 11. Sam Johnson goes at Halifax now. So I went for the project. I'll always go somewhere if I see a chance that we can progress. And when I'm seeing those players that are signing there, I'm thinking, this is a league team. Because those players all played played in the league, sorry. So I was thinking, okay, I compared the two teams. A lot of players were leaving Wrexham at that time. Connor Jennings left. There's a lot of people that were leaving. So I thought, you know what? We had Caden Jackson who went to Ipswich. Who else left? There's loads of players that basically left Wrexham. I thought, this might be a better chance for me to get back into the league. And that was simply why I left. But, thanks, Femi, that money didn't come in until about 4 or 5 years later. So I don't know, bro. Yeah, Femi don't let me live that one down for sure.
No, honestly, I haven't played for Wrexham, but I do know how big the club is, and what opened my eyes is when we actually played that game where you guys won the league. I remember us pulling up to the ground, and I remember seeing so many fans. It was crazy. Like it felt like the National League fixture. You know, it's an National League fixture. And you know what? On a sidebar as well, just to let everyone know how great of a guy Mendy is. When they won the league against us and they won the game and whatnot, Mendy came in our changing room, shook everyone's hand, and he gave out a couple of shirts. And I've got to say that because it goes to show the great person that you are, Mendy. You know, still waiting for
Thank
mine.
you, man.
He gave everyone but mine, but it's fine. It's fine.
I've got yours. I've got yours ready,
That was
bro.
crazy. Do you know what's crazy?
The only thing is, it's not a National League one.
Ah, it's an EFL one now. Come on, guys.
EFL one.
Humble brag. Humble brag.
Oh no. But no, it's because obviously you got the National League one is the last season of Wrexham in the National League, so
No,
you
sure.
have a certain value as well, innit?
I'll take the EFL one, Mendy. It's fine, bro.
Oh, but you know what's crazy?
Come on.
You know what's crazy? So a couple months after that, obviously Mendy came into the change room and I said to Mendy, I need one of your shirts. So Mendy came in, gave him my shirt, right? Got Mendy on the back, got the National League badge on it. A couple months later, I've seen somebody on eBay sell a Wrexham shirt for my players for like 10 grand.
You're lying.
I swear. So I messaged Mendy. I said, Mendy, as much as I love you, yeah, if I ever get in financial trouble, I'm gonna have to sell this shirt, bro. So Mendy, and you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna send it to you. You're gonna sign it, yeah. You're gonna date it 2022, 23, and I'm gonna make some money. I'll make some money.
This is what I'm saying. Like how big the club is. You know, all these it's Wrexham fans. Like it's crazy. I don't know if there's any other club in the league apart from Premier League where you're gonna sell your top for 10,000 from a player. It's crazy. Like not even that. Like I just moved literally 2 days ago. Yeah, and everyone already knows who I am, and I don't live in Wrexham.
Is it?
Everyone knows. I went to the co-op the other day. Some kids came asking me about Wrexham, about the game yesterday. We had yesterday, and obviously it's crazy because I'm not even in Wrexham. I don't live in Wrexham, but everyone here around here knows who I am and what team I play for.
Is that because of the show, the Wrexham show, the Wrexham documentary that I think is amazing, by the way? Is it because the Hollywood owners? Is it because you lot went to Vegas? Is it the promotion? Like, how was that for you? Because I'm not gonna lie, I've seen players come into Wrexham and crumble simply because of how many fans they get and the spotlight that you're under. Sorry. So how was that for you to deal with? Because that's something that you've never had to experience. Was it hard to see cameras following your every move? Was it a little bit more pressure? How was it when you've got Deadpool basically in your change room after every game?
All that, you know, it's fine. Like having fans cheering up for you and you know, having obviously seen Deadpool, Rob McElhenney, like the owners, how big the club is. Everything's fine until it's not fine, isn't it? So when results are coming in and you getting the 3 points and that everything's fine, you play like you just playing football, enjoying football. Things come when when you're not winning, fans are booing you, you know, there's a bit of pressure in there, like saying stuff. That's when not everything's fine, you know. Like when you might struggle a little bit and you have to show character and show how strong you are. I've been through a little bit of that last season, just one game. And then I had to recover from the following one. I remember it was this game against Halifax. I had a stinker, played really bad. And I could hear fans booing me, and every time I touched the ball, saying "Get out of my club" and that.
Oh wow!
So this was was it a Friday game? No, this was a Saturday game, and we had a Monday game against Notts County, the biggest game of the season. So I didn't play well that game. You know what I did? As soon as I got home, went in the ice bath, already thinking about Notts County. Went in the ice bath. Next morning, went in the ice bath again. It was a Sunday. I went straight to the club, did some gym, went on the bicycle, ice bath again, ready for Monday. Monday I had to show that what happened on Saturday was never going to happen again, and that's what I did.
I remember
So
you speaking to me about that one as well, Mendy. So from the story, I remember exactly the time you went through it. But I know Jamal and mentioned Deadpool, and obviously it's no secret that you guys have got some Hollywood star owners, isn't it? I
yeah.
just want to know a little bit about like their influence in and around Wrexham. And how big have they been to Wrexham's success?
Oh, I would say everything or almost everything is because of them. We wouldn't be talking about Wrexham the way we talking about Wrexham right now if it wasn't because of them. Um, what they did to not just the club but the whole community is crazy. They haven't helped just the club, but they helped the people around the club. And also, you get things because of them. You get things like, obviously you get all that exposure. Like, a lot of people know you, not just from the UK, but you go to America and everyone knows who you are. But then it's also the people they bring here. When they come to a game and they bring some friends, you can imagine what type of friends they bring. That like Will Farrell and that.
Yeah.
It is crazy as well. It's just some experience that I remember meeting Will Farrell. I was in the physio bed getting a rub, and he just came in and he said, "Oh, this is Mendy." I'm thinking, this guy knows who I am. It was crazy, but yeah, you get things like that, and it just motivates you. You just want to keep doing well for the club and for the people that did all that for you and for the club.
That's proper. That's proper.
From the outside, it's crazy to see. Sorry, fam. From the outside, it's crazy to see. What was you gonna say, fam?
Yeah, I was saying, and obviously like Jamal mentioned earlier as well. Obviously, they brought out this "Welcome to Wrexham" documentary, which has been incredible, to be honest with you. And I've been watching it. I've been watching this season as well, and I'm up to the latest episode that came out, episode 5, and there was a bit of a spotlight on my boy. I
A
see some
little bit so.
pictures. I see some baby pictures, Mendy. I see the cover, man. I was like, yeah,
Come on.
this is incredible. This is incredible. This is incredible, man.
Not,
Oh,
not too happy with a few of the photos, but that's my story, innit? So you just got it is what it is, man.
oh, for sure, for sure. But going back to the National League, obviously, we lost yesterday, Bournemouth, against a good Ebbsfleet side who just recently got promoted. Luke O'Neill's opened the scoring for them, and Darren McQueen scored a brace. Andrew Belanto, who's been a breath of fresh air since coming back from injury, scored his 4th goal in 3 games. And Billy Sass-Davies got a red card that definitely wasn't a red. Knowing Billy for as long as I have in this short amount of time, I know he's not the type to go and step on someone. So that one, I'm sure, will be rescinded. But it's a tough day for clubs in London, to be fair, because Bromley got a sending off as well as Daggers and us. Bit crazy, to be fair. But Richard Hill is now been announced as the Eastleigh manager. And since they lost to Gateshead 6-0, they've won 3 games, drawn 1 and lost 1. So hats off to them for turning it round. They beat a strong Halifax side 3-2. That man, Paul McCallum, scoring a brace up to 7 goals now for the season. An experienced winger, Chris Maguire, Femi, scored as well. And Hartlepool, who we've got on Wednesday, lost 2-0 to Dorking at home. Jason Pratt up to 6 goals. And Todd Blair popping up a goal after signing in early September. So how did you see the Eastleigh game for me? I've already touched on the Bournemouth, so you don't need to touch on that one.
Yeah, Eastleigh, like you said, since that 6-0, they've been hitting people with results, and Paul McCallum, I must say, he's getting his business on the low key, silently. I don't even know how many goals that takes him up to.
He's on 7. He's on 7 now.
He's popping up. He's popping up like he's coming. And you know what? He's always had a reputation, and if you go a couple of years back, Eastleigh is kind of the club that took him to a new level. He had that season at Eastleigh where they made the playoffs and they lost to Salford. And after that season, I remember the whole league wanted him, DFL clubs wanted him, and he tried to take his talent to Solihull, which unfortunately didn't really work out. So it's just like I get the vibe that he's just going back to where it started and where it worked, and it's paying off. It's paying off, And each are picking up the results. And going to Halifax, man, it's a massive, massive result. Going away to Halifax, up north, couple hours trip up the road. Yes, it's a big result for them.
Yeah,
I think they were the team with the worst results away from home or something like that. Just before the Halifax game as well.
Eastleigh.
Yeah, I think they were. Yeah.
Okay.
And that's what we know.
You're still keeping in the loop, yeah?
Come on, man. Of course.
I love that. And do you know what it is? This game is a roller coaster, isn't it? Like, we all know football, it's up and it's down. And right now, I think for Boreham Wood, the roller coaster, we're at the lower points of that roller coaster and that ride, because as you know, it's always going to go up. But at the moment, we're having a tough time where nothing seems to be going for us. I think it's like, for instance, Sass getting sent off, and we went down to 9 men simply because we made all our subs and we were trying to go for the game. And obviously then Davey got injured. And it was tough because we tried to make a sub before that, for whatever reason, wasn't allowed to when they scored from that result in corner. So it was a tough one to take for sure. But going towards the upper end of this table, Mendy, first place Chesterfield went to visit Maidenhead. And on paper, you would have thought that Chesterfield would walk all over them, get the win. But Toby Shosira actually ended up scoring the opener, Mendy. And then Michael Jacobs scored the equaliser. And Euro Club Woolstone took on another promotion favourite, Oldham, drawing 1-1. Alex Reid popping up with his second goal of the week. Sam Bowen obviously brought the side level. But before you get onto that, I want to ask you a question. Now, obviously you assisted in the game yesterday as well, in League Two. And there's always that talk amongst footballers about there's no difference between League Two and the National League. Now, I always thought, I played in both, so I was like, no, there is. And I felt as though people said that as a way to justify them playing in the National League. Do you know what I mean? If that makes sense. Does that make sense, Fem, what I'm trying to say? Right. So my question
I think it does make sense.
My question to you is there a difference between the National League and the EFL?
There is definitely a difference. Yeah, there is a difference, and I've noticed it in the first game of the season. From the first game of the season, in I would say in the League Two, you can get away with a lot of mistakes, making a lot of mistakes, and you won't get punished. But in did I say League Two?
Yeah, you meant National League. Go on.
I meant National League, yeah. And in League Two, you make a mistake, you might get punished just from one mistake. I think that's the biggest difference I found from now till now. Sorry, is you make a mistake, you get punished. You get more chances of getting punished than in the National League. Obviously, I think what people mean by saying that the National League is the same as League Two is probably the few top teams, like when we were there, us, Chesterfield, Notts County, Woking had a good season there. Probably those teams has a League Two level,
yeah.
but not all of the National League teams actually have a League Two level. You can go to some National League teams and play really like relaxed and you're going to win that game. And that don't happen in League Two.
It's funny because obviously you've seen yourselves, Wrexham and Notts County doing well. But then you've seen, although Sutton are not doing the best this year, they've had some good seasons since they got promoted. Stockport have done well since they've gone up in that league. And I know Adam Summerton is always having that argument with fans on Twitter about whether there should be 3 teams that go up and 3 teams that come down. I think I'm in agreement with you. I do think there's a difference in the leagues. Do you think that there should be more spaces for National League teams to go up? Or do you think the 2 that is currently at is fine?
I think there should be more, yeah. Definitely 2 straight and then 1 in playoffs, I think, yeah. I think that there is some, I feel like a lot of clubs in League Two get away with by just two teams getting relegated.
No, for sure, for sure.
Yeah. So definitely, a lot of clubs in the National League deserve to get promoted as well. After it's like you lot, the season you had last season and just losing the way you lost. I feel like you deserve to get promoted as well. So yeah, I think there's a bit of they need to do justice on that. They need to feel like they need to change that.
Yeah, no, I hear you. I don't think. I think when you lose, I don't think you can really deserve to go up. But I understand what you're saying. But talking about the Willstone result, so Willstone drew 1-1 with Oldham, and Maidenhead drew 1-1 with Chesterfield. How do you see those games, Mendy?
Obviously, I haven't done my research on those games, but I'm surprised by Wilson. They've been doing well. They play some good football. They moved. Obviously, well, I've seen some of their goals they scored as well. It's
Yeah.
crazy. I know the manager. Obviously, I knew the way he wanted to play. He just needed the right players, and I think he's a very good manager. If he got the players he really wants, he get really far. Um, yeah, it's a good result for them, innit? It's just they're some underdogs as well. So I'm always happy when they do well and they're not these big teams.
Yeah.
Boston have come a long way. I'm not gonna lie, they've come a long way.
Yeah, man. Obviously, from getting promoted, nearly get relegated the season after. They're becoming solid, slowly, more solid.
I see a little bit of Boreham Wood in them, to be fair, with the way they bring through players. They find the diamonds in the rough and integrate them into the National League, and then they manage to sell them or they move on, but they still manage to compete at the level. So hats off to them for sure. And Femi, bottom side, Kidderminster lost again. Our old teammate Christian Pearce popped up with a goal, but it wasn't enough. Callum Stead and Anthony Harrington scoring the goals for Barnet, who went away as well, but they got the win. So they're up to second. And Southend doing what they do best. They went 2-0 down. Kyra Mitchell bagging again, but Harry Caldwell popping up with another brace. And Kevin Mayer, obviously, that was his 100th game as the manager for Southend. So how did you see those two games? And what are you seeing from Southend? Because obviously, I don't know if you saw many, but we had Wes Fongak on last week. And
Yeah,
something you're saying about Southend and the way they do it is totally amazing. So, Fem, talk to us about those ones.
Yeah, Southend it's literally never say die. They're really not giving up and they're not throwing the towel in. And it's great to see. It's great to see. It's relentless, And going to Rochdale, getting the result is always good. Harry Caldwell chipping in with a brace, which is good for him. That he's definitely in and around the top goal scoring shots as well, which is good. The other game, Kidminster, Barnet, Kiddy are having a really tough time. I feel like, yeah, it's really hard for them right now. It's really hard for them right now. They see it seems like they can't get out of it. But on the other foot, Barnet, another win, another impressive result. And what impressed me the most about this result is that, you know what, when it's not Nikipo Kabamba's day or Zach Brunt day, someone else will step up. And Callum Stead, I know he came off the bench against us and he puts in work. Yeah, I'm glad that he got a goal, and that's just great. That just shows when you're um when you're a really good team and when you're going for it, when it's not the main players, the others can fill in the void and step up, and they shown that yesterday, which is good.
For sure. And the last two games, 20th place York to go third place, Solihull Moors. Josh Kelly popped up with his sixth goal. Callum Maycock scored another goal. And Kuyum, the left back Fairweather, popped up with another goal as well. So that one ended 2-2. And Mendy, a team that you probably didn't play against, Oxford City, sorry, apologies. They lost 2-1 to Altrincham. How have you seen anything or heard anything about Oxford or the way they've started their season?
Oh, I played against them when I was in the National League South.
Okay.
They're obviously a completely different team. I know they're playing Astro, which is kind of advantage for them when they play at home. But I see they're doing well.
Yeah,
They're
they're a
doing
team,
well.
they're a team that try and play football the right way.
Mm-hmm.
I think, to be fair, when I say the right way, I don't think there's a right way to play football. There's a way that everyone
There's
feels
a,
should be played, but I
yeah,
think you've got to play to the strengths of your squad. And they're a team that really do
exactly.
that. Myself and family, we played against them, and they took us to the cleans on that occasion. But to see,
Yeah, so
to see what they've been able to do has been quite impressive. But I want to come on to a reason why we're wearing these t-shirts. Talk to us about Encore clothing. Talk to us about the thoughts behind this and where the idea was birthed.
oh, as you know, the clothing brand is mine and Tyra Marsh, our boy. Um, Encore is called Encore just because of our passion for the music and you know, like because we want more, we're just gonna make Encore, but we still want more. You know, it's not just gonna be t-shirts. Hats are coming now, and slowly make it bigger and become really big. And yeah, this started in 2022. Idea is just to express our ideas into t-shirts and doing well for the minute.
I've saw I keep calling him Deadpool, but his name's actually Ryan Reynolds. But I really like Marvel as well.
Yeah.
How did you manage to get him to wear a t-shirt? And did you have to give him a little? Did you have to pay him for that, or how did that one go?
Nah, nah, nah. He's such a great guy, man. Great man. You know what you see in movies and that is what you get from him. You know, it's just really nice guy. Um, I don't know. It's just come across so friendly and that is great, man. I just asked him if he could wear one of them. He said, of course, yeah. Just grabbed it, wore it, and posted it. I didn't even ask him to post it. So it's crazy. Um,
That's big.
well, no, what they're doing for not as I said, what they're doing not just for the community but for the players as well. It's crazy, you know. He you don't I don't know. He realizes how big he is or what how much he helped us by just wearing that t-shirt.
No, for
Crazy.
sure. I feel like it's good. I feel like they're definitely supporting the players' ventures outside the football, and it's glad to see the supporting Encore as well, man. The brand's proper good. So big up you and Marshy on that. I also see the supporting Ollie Palmer's brand as well. Uh,
Hmm.
and Paul Mullin. What's Paul Mullin? Paul Mullin's got a book coming out as well, isn't it?
He's got a book, yeah. Got
So
his second book now coming up.
second book. So
His second.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's just great to see that the Wrexham players, they as well as the football, they've got their business hats on, which is it's sick, sick.
Sure.
yeah, man. It's the Wrexham impact in it.
Yeah,
No, it is, man. I remember in the early stages of our relationship when you first came to Boreham Wood, we sat in the stands and you told
Hmm.
me about um, your story and your life. And I remember walking away from that conversation. I remember you told me that you're still working as well. I think you was waiting tables as well, wasn't you, while you was playing for Boreham Wood?
Yeah, I did. So when I was at Reynolds, at one point I had to because um, I just needed to, innit? So I started working in like waitress and that, just tables like serving wine and that
Yeah.
in my free time, you know. So work has never been a problem for me. Like I don't mind working and that, but the reason why I was working is just help with my dream in it, you know, sustain myself while I keep pushing and you know working hard to get to my dream, which is become obviously a professional footballer, and then you know take care of my family with just what I do, football.
No, for sure. And that's I came away from that conversation thinking, wow, this guy's really about his work. Like he's hungry. He really wants to succeed. And I saw a drive and a passion in your eyes when we was talking. And I don't even know how the conversation started, to be honest, but that's a thought that always sticks in my mind. And that brings me on to my next question of if you was to talk to a younger player that looks up to you and wants to be like you. Let's be honest. What kind of advice would you give a young player coming up who's just trying to make it?
It's exactly what I said to Fem before. I think the most important thing is be humble. And when I mean humble, it's not just I don't know. You always have to believe in yourself, but by being humble, I mean you have to take anything that comes, no matter how it comes. Just take it, get on with it, and keep working hard. There'll be times where you won't play. There'll be times where you've been in a team where you might they don't support you and things like that. You just get on with it, be humble, keep working hard, and you get to wherever you want to get at one point by hard work and being humble. Those two words will always get you far.
Sure. I've got another question for you, Mendy. Yeah. What would you tell? This is a question that I've been having chest. What would you tell the 14-year-old version of yourself? What would you tell him?
I'll probably say believe more in myself because when I was 14, I didn't believe in myself like that. I would have never thought I would get here. I'll be playing in League Two in England. So in the UK, sorry. To my 14-year old, I'll probably say, yeah, believe in yourself. That the hard work will definitely pay off. At that point, you don't realize how hard work actually pays off. But it definitely
does. That's sick. Why that's sick is because you actually worked hard and you're telling them like, yo, trust me, the hard work will pay off. It will pay off.
Exactly. So I was working hard. I was working hard. But not really knowing if he's gonna work hard, if he's gonna if it's gonna happen or not, So just working hard by believing, but obviously there's always that doubt in it. If he's going to work, if I'm doing the right thing, if I should stop, if I should quit, sorry. But yeah, I would say to my my young me, just keep believing and work hard because it'll pay off.
Hey, Femi, I must say, that's an amazing question, What would you, I'm throwing it back at you, Femi. What would you say to your 14-year-old self?
You, bro.
Oh, no.
All right, we can do that. We can do that. Go Fem first, and then
Femi, that's an amazing question.
It's a really good question, yeah.
I will probably tell the 40-year-old version of myself.
Be honest, Femi. Be honest. Because you was probably a tyrant at 14, so I need the rules.
Now, if I'm sitting down, like let's say a 40-year-old version of Femi Lasami walks in the room right now and he wants to have a conversation.
Slap his head like this.
I will tell him like, oh, like, you're not crazy. You're not crazy. They'll get you. They'll understand you soon. I'll probably tell him something like that, because it's my thing's always been my story's always been kind of, nah, Femi can't do that, or Femi is not going to achieve that, or but I've always had a mad belief in myself, and I've always worked to match that belief, At times, people can think, now this guy's crazy. At times, people can think, you see how man works, people can think this guy's crazy, but no, when it pays off, you realize that, no, you're not crazy. You're not crazy. So that will be probably I'll tell him a lot of other things, but that will probably be one of the first things I'll tell him, like, no, you're not mad, man. Just keep believing and don't let nobody try and water down your thing, because that is key as well, because that's so key as well. I could go on, but bro, you might have a conversation with someone, and that mad idea you had, they might have sucked the life out of you a little bit. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, so it will be you're not crazy, and don't let nobody water down your thing. That's the two things I'll say. What about you?
Me,
Yeah.
I'd tell my 40-year-old self, yeah, continue misbehaving in school because you're going to be a footballer anyway. That's what you're. I'm lying. Kids, stay in school. Stay in school. I think my 40-year-old self, I would say, just continue because I had such a belief that I was going to be playing football, and I always used to think, I wonder what I'll be doing in 5 years. I wonder what I'm doing in 10 years. And the dream was always to play football. And as much as me and Femi always have this conversation, as much as I didn't reach or haven't reached the level that I wanted to, I can sit back and say I played football for the majority of my life. I've called this thing that we do a job, and it's been a blessing. So I think just continue how you're going. Keep training as hard. Keep telling people no when they're trying to lead you on the wrong path, and that can be sometimes the hardest thing to do. Saying no to your friends, and I made that sacrifice, and I'd like to say it paid off. So that's what That's what I say to my 4-year-old self. Just keep going. I was really focused and dedicated, man. But that brings us on to our word of the week, my favorite part of the show that I say every single week. And I'm going to start off because I know this is where Femi always blows me out of the water. Mendy, as you know, this is where we have a word that we take into the week. So if the week isn't going to plan, we remember this word. And my word this week is ambition. And being the inspiring individual that you are, it's only ambition that put us in these t-shirts that we're wearing today. You and Tyrone had an idea that you brought to the world. And you had the ambition to want more for yourself. And that ambition can take you through. So anytime you're feeling down or you're feeling like you're not at your best, you're not at the races, remember the ambition of why you're doing what you're doing. So
yeah.
I'll open the floor up to Femi. Mendy, I'm going to give you another moment to have a little think. So Mendy, Femi, what's your word?
Jam, first of all, I gotta say that was proper. Yeah. My word of the week this week is going to be journey. Yeah, reason why it's journey is because there's so many quotes about journey, embrace the journey, enjoy the journey. But I feel like the journey, we've all had journeys in our life, innit? And whenever we speak, like Mendy, you open up the floor with your journey. Do you get what I'm saying? This episode of Beyond the 92, it was open up with your journey, And I feel like we need to embrace the journey, enjoy the journey, because everyone wants to get to the destination as quick as they can, innit? But I feel like the journey is the destination, because the journey is what we're going to speak about. When you have your kids, you're not going to speak about, oh yeah, you're going to talk to them about, oh, what you had to go through. You're not just going to talk about you sitting in your 10-bedroom mansion.
I'm here.
Oh, yeah. You're going to talk about what you had to do to get that 10. That's the journey. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, I would say my word of the week is journey, man. Let's just enjoy the journey. Let's every part of it, the good, the bad, the ugly, the obstacles, the hurdles. Let's just enjoy the journey, because in 5 years' time, we're going to be saying, yo, I'm going to be coming to you man's cribs. We're going to be sitting at the round table. We're going to be, yo, remember us? Remember we had to...
Yeah, it is that, exactly.
That's the best part of life, man. The journey, bro. So yeah, let's just enjoy it, man. Let's just enjoy it. That's my word of the week.
Sure. Mendy, how about you?
My one will be humble, because it's something I'm experiencing right now. Always, as I said, and it's something I've been saying this whole conversation about being humble, because, looking at my situation, yeah, I came from a good season last season with Wrexham, got promoted, obviously starting. And then we come back to this season, started well as well with 4 assists this season. But you think after the season I had, I'm going to, keep my position and keep starting. But then obviously this is what happens with Wrexham, innit? Any player that we signed and coming through that door is really, really good player, innit? And then you have to keep humble to keep your shirt and to keep playing or keep starting. You need to work hard and keep that humbleness to keep being relevant. And that's what I'm doing right now.
I love that. I love that, Mendy. So Mendy's gone with humble. I've got ambition, and Femi's got journey. And Mendy, I just want to touch on that actually, because just to help the listeners understand what you meant by that was you've now got James McLean, who is your direct competition. So
Yeah.
the player's got vast experience, accolades that stem from 100 appearances for Republic Island, played in the Premier League. I don't know if he won the FA Cup with Wigan. I don't want to be wrong in saying that, but he's a player that has done it all at the top level. Now, my question to you is, having that Premier League competition, is it any different from having competition at the National League level or when you was at Carl Shorten? Because I remember it was me in the centre, Femi at my left, and then you at left wing back, and we was probably dead certain that we were going to start every single week. So how do you handle that? And how do you, obviously you said you'd be humble in it because you're trying to get back in and you're trying to do as best you can, but what's that like to have that? Because there's a lot of players out there that will see that and they'll crumble. Now, I know you're not made like that. I know you're going to push that guy as much as he needs to be pushed, and I have no doubt that you're going to get back in the team, but what's that like for you in terms of a mindset?
It's just a reset of my mindset now. Now, as I said, I got to come back to be humble again and work hard, keep learning, because I'm using that to learn from him as well, It's a reason why he's starting in front of me. I'm just gonna learn, just gonna learn from him and improve as much as I can. I'm gonna use this as a learning process as well. So yeah, obviously I had competitions, as you said. You asked me if it's different or not. I don't think it's different because I remember when I signed for Red Hill, someone said this comment about, oh, he just got pace, he just has pace. Like I don't have more than pace. So you use that as a inspiration and to motivate yourself. Then I went to Shorten, and I had against me the best left back that season. Scored 11 goals, I think, or free kick 11 free kicks, and obviously he was starting. So I started on the bench. I had to make my way up into the starting 11. So I'll use that as a learning process, and then come up, started playing as well. So I'm gonna use this as a learning process, but I still got that ambition to start every game. I'm not just gonna think I'm gonna stay on the bench or whatever. Like I'm gonna make it as hard as possible for James McLean. So.
And you know what? Yeah. Obviously, we all know that Wrexham they play the 3-5-2 formation. Is there? I don't want you to reveal Phil Parkinson what he works on in training, but look, there could be a possibility of it doesn't have to be one of you. It could be both of you on the pitch if you were to change shape. So you never know. You never know what the future holds. You know what I'm saying? Just also just keep working hard and keep pushing yourself to become the best you can be, and where the chips land, they land. But I'm sure you're always going to be all right, bro. You get what I'm saying?
Exactly. There is a great competition in our team, not just from myself and James McLean, but in every other position in our team. There's great competition. We've got some great players, and you know, if I don't work hard, someone else will take my position, and that's how it works at Wrexham. You can flip around corners, man. You have to be ready for whenever the chance comes, and that's what I'm doing, man. I'm getting ready. Came on yesterday and show that I'm ready, and just wait for Gaffer's decision. But in terms of that formation, we already played with. He played me wing back, and he played with one of the players up top. So that's one possibility. There's also the possibility of me playing on the right, which is my last season at Wilson. That's where I played. When when we played against Sheila, I played on the right.
Up against
So yeah, so I can also play there as well. So there is different scenarios for that.
No, for sure. And just to touch on that, Mendy, how has the season gone in your view? Obviously, this is a show about the National League, but when we've got a guest such as yourself, we've got to touch on it. So tell me how you've seen the season from your point of view. Because obviously we've seen the results, we've seen where you are on the table, but from your personal point of view, how have you seen your season go?
I think Wrexham season is going well, you know. There is a lot of expectations in us. A lot of people expect us to be top three right now, by now. I think if we, keep doing things well, we'll get there eventually. But no one said it was going to be easy, you know. I think we're doing well. Remember, we just got promoted. A lot of people forgot about that. We just got promoted from the National League, and we still have to get used to certain things in this league, and the competition, and the not making mistakes, because our mistakes are getting punished. We need to realize that obviously mistakes cost you goals, and just get better at it. But I'm happy with the season we're having so far.
Good. That's good.
Sure. I said it and I'll say it again, just for you can hear. I think Notts County and Wrexham are both going to go up again. You know?
So that's your verdict, right?
Yeah. I think they're going to do it again.
I feel you.
I think we're both going to do it again as well.
Yeah, for sure. Let me. Any last bits?
No, Mendy, honestly, just thank you for blessing us with a wonderful episode. You already know, man. We're gonna touch base, but no, thanks so much. Jan, what about you?
No, again, Mendy, one of the most inspiring stories. I feel as though I was blessed to have met you. Same way I feel about Femi and a lot of the teammates that I've had over the years. And that's sometimes I think how blessed I am to meet the people I have met during my football career. And that's why I have to give a special shout out to our manager, Luke Garrard, because without him, he wouldn't have brought these players in, He saw something in you. I'm not sure. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not sure what it was. Maybe it was that one goal that you scored, but...
He didn't see that. He didn't see that then. He saw it after. No, you didn't see it then.
No, that year that you came in, there's players that I play with. I think, yeah, if I'm gonna have an all-time team, you're in it. Cabs is in it. Obviously Femi's in it, but that's the biggest thing I can say about you. What I love about you is how humble you are, man, and you haven't changed. And I think that's tough to do, especially when you have as much success as you've had. So I just want to say, continue, bro. It's been a pleasure to watch your rise for sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, one more thing. Sorry, and I know Jam gets onto me for this, yeah. Talk to me about that Vegas trip, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God.
No, deep it. You man were making the press, bro. The press, like newspapers, legit. Snapping.
I know some of them players got in trouble with their misses because I saw some pictures there. The paparazzi got him.
I don't know about that trip. Like
I still need to know where.
Like A-list celebrities.
Bro, I'm telling you, I actually felt like a celebrity out there. Like it was crazy. It's the best trip of my life. Best trip of my life. I don't think anything else will match that. Like I don't know in terms of. Oh no, it was
Like, the
amazing.
Dubai trip.
Like
He had the Dubai trip, Mendy. Which one was better, Dubai or
He said it's the best trip of
bro,
his life. You got
bro, I'm not. There's no even comparison, bro. There's none. But
yeah?
when I mean, bro, we went to the most. We was out every day for pool party and then to the nightclub every day, and every day we'll go to the most expensive place, uh, and um the most expensive table. I like we'll be in the best places. Like as soon as we walk through the door, like they'll stop the music and they'll introduce us like Wrexham players and everything. It's crazy. Everyone will notice when we get there, and everyone will just be looking at us while we sit on our tables. It's just crazy, man. And then obviously, I haven't spent a penny.
That's the
So
best.
it was
That's the best bit.
that's the best bit, man. Lost a little bit in the roulette, but big trip in it. No, it was the best trip of my life, and I'd love to do that again, man. So I'm looking forward to that promotion, mate.
word on the street is word on the street is that they were calling you Little Uzi out there. I was moving a bit reckless out there, but all calm, man. No little Uzi, bro. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy
That's
yourself.
it.
Oh, fam.
I love, man.
Fam.
I really enjoyed it, man.
No, that's for sure. That's for sure.
So, guys, thank you for watching another episode of us. Please like, subscribe, share, show a friend. Let's push this show as much as we can, man. But Mendy, it's been an absolute pleasure, bro. Bless.
Pleasure with you guys having me here, man. Thankful, and as I said, I've learned a lot from you lot, so I'm thankful as well for meeting people like you and you know have the journey I had. But without meeting you lot, I probably wouldn't be the same I am today. I'd be something different. So yeah, thank you guys.
Appreciate that. This has been Beyond the 92. Thank you, guys.